I'm excited to take you through this journey of building a thriving community, one that not only grows in numbers but also becomes a powerful asset for monetization. Many people create Facebook groups just for fun or just for engagement, but the truth is, a well structured community can be an incredible revenue stream, just like on other social media platforms. The key is to attract a massive audience, provide real value, and then strategically monetize it. In today's digital landscape, success revolves around three modern currencies. Number one, data, understanding and leveraging insights from your audience. Number two, contact list, building a direct connection with your members. Number three, tribe of loyal fans, creating a dedicated community that trusts you, supports you, and advocates for your brand. When you cultivate a loyal audience, they won't just listen to you, they will champion your cause and be willing to invest in whatever you offer. But why even create a Facebook group in the first place? Because it allows you to establish authority, foster relationships, and build a scalable, engaged network that can generate revenue in multiple ways. In this course, we'll break down everything from launching your group to monetization strategies that work today. Now let's get started. Number one, massive engagement. A Facebook group offers significantly higher engagement compared to a general Facebook page. When you host live sessions within a group, the platform's algorithms favors your content because it keeps users on Facebook longer. This extended engagement boosts your visibility and reach. From personal experience, when I had a group of about 3,000 members, my live sessions would get a minimum of 2,000 views. Over time, my content reached almost 100% of my community, meaning that all 3,000 members were eventually watching. This happens because a group functions like a built-in retargeting system, continuously showing your content to your audience. Two, creates loyal fans. A well-managed Facebook group builds an engaged, dedicated audience. The moment you establish clear rules and expectations for your group, you attract people who align with your vision. The power of loyalty becomes evident when group members voluntarily enforce your guidelines, reporting violations and maintaining the integrity of the community. Having loyal fans means having people who trust you, who advocate for your brand, and even promote your offerings without you asking. The value here is priceless. Three, organic growth without heavy ad spend. Unlike traditional marketing methods that rely heavily on paid ads, a strong Facebook group grows organically. Your engaged members naturally spread the word, invite like minded people, and share your content, leading to exponential growth without significant financial investment. Now, loyal fans become your ambassadors, helping you expand your reach effortlessly. With consistent value delivery, your group will continue to attract the right audience without you having to break the bank on advertising. Four, positioning for recurring income. Now, one of the biggest advantages of a Facebook group is the ability to turn it into a recurring revenue stream. By providing exclusive content, coaching, mentorship, or premium access, you can create a subscription-based model where members pay a monthly fee to be part of your group. This turns your group into a sustainable, long-term business rather than just an engagement tool. Whether through memberships, premium courses, or exclusive live sessions, the possibilities for monetization are endless. Now, let's talk about how to create a Facebook group for maximum growth and monetization. Number one, setting up your Facebook group for success. The setup phase is crucial because Facebook prioritizes groups that grow quickly. The platform recognizes rapid growth as a sign that your content is valuable, so it pushes your group to more users organically. To hack the algorithm, choose a clear and compelling group name with relevant keywords. Set a professional cover photo that aligns with your niche. Write a strong group description that explains the value of joining. Enable engagement features like membership questions and group rules. Now, here's a pro tip. The more engagement your group gets early on, the more Facebook will show it to new users. Encourage discussions, polls, and live interactions from the very beginning. 2. Qualifying your audience. Not everyone should be allowed into your group. Quality over quantity. Now, that's the key. You want engaged, like-minded members who will contribute value, not spammers or passive followers. Here's how to filter your audience effectively. Number 1, set entry questions. Examples: what are you hoping to learn from this group? What's your age range? Have you had a business before? Kind of questions that'll be entry questions but help you determine if you really want this person as part of your group. Require email signups for exclusive resources. This builds your contact list on the back end. Define strict group rules and enforce them consistently. My team helps me do this. I get my team to jump on the post every once a week and just go through everything that's been posted by members. We delete stuff that shouldn't be there, negative stuff, and we block members who put them on, just to make sure that we're constantly filtering and ensuring that everyone there is like-minded. Another pro tip: a well-filtered audience means higher engagement and better monetization opportunities down the road. So do not play with this. 3. Content delivery and community management. Your group is only as valuable as the content inside of it. You need to steer the conversation and keep engagement high while maintaining your group's purpose. Here's how to maintain control and quality. Delete negative or spammy posts immediately. Encourage discussions with thought-provoking questions. Host regular live sessions to boost reach and engagement. Leverage your loyal fans to help moderate and report rule breakers. Here's another pro tip. Facebook favors groups with consistent activity. So post valuable content at least 3 to 5 times a week to keep your group growing. 4, and here's the money part: monetization. Turning members into paying followers. Many people struggle with converting group members into paying customers. But if you've built trust and engagement, monetization becomes natural. Ways to monetize your group effectively. 1. Offer exclusive paid memberships for premium content. 2. Sell digital products or services, courses, coaching, consulting, etc. 3. Host paid workshops or webinars within the group. 4. Affiliate marketing. Recommend relevant products and earn commissions. Here's another pro tip. The key to monetization is building relationships first, then offering value-driven paid solutions. I'll teach you exactly how to do this later in this course. Number 5, getting members. Basically growing your community fast. Without members, there's no engagement. And without engagement, there's no monetization. That's why growing your group is a critical step that shouldn't be overlooked. Here's how to attract new members. Number 1, promote your group on your personal and business pages. Share it in related communities without spamming, of course. Use lead magnets, freebies that require joining your group. Run contests or giveaways to encourage invites. Collaborate with influencers or other group owners to cross-promote. Here's another pro tip. The strategy for getting members is similar to driving traffic to a landing page, but with a little bit of adjustments. I'll dive more into these strategies later in this course as well. Now let's get into the real flesh of this course. Setting up. What is the group identity? What does your group really represent? What is your group about? So for me, I had a group for business owners. So if you wanted to learn how to dominate in your business space, my group was a good fit for that. So here's my question to you. What is the one thing that your group will be known for? What is the biggest problem that your group helps to solve? Yes, there are a lot of problems in the world today, but what exactly is your group solving? For me, it had to do with business capping at an income level with no growth. My group really attracted a lot of real estate agents and entrepreneurs. What's in it for them? Here you have to define what members stand to gain if they become a member. For mine, in my description, I let members know that they would learn multiple ways to generate income, establish themselves as SMEs, by that I mean subject matter experts in their spheres, dominate their business space, and this was enough for like minded individuals to want to be part of my group. You can also use custom URLs. Set up a URL that is very easy to remember. For example, using a URL like join us if you want to win this year 2025, that's too long. You don't want to use something like that. That could easily be shortened to be something like WTWin.com. Again, you could use smart URLs. You can use a different or smart URL like dominateyourbusiness.com. And everyone who visits that URL is redirected to WTWin.com. You see how that works? Making sure that no traffic whatsoever is lost. Now, let's dive into how to create a group and how to maximize the settings and everything you need to do on the back end to make sure that you maximize your reach and you take advantage of the possibilities that could happen with a group. So let's use one of my pages for example. So if you scroll on the left, you're going to see groups here. So if you click on that, you're going to see another option that says create group. Now, when you do that, you get to name the group. Now, remember, it's best to name the group with something that you can quickly remember, something that actually, aligns with what you're trying to do with the identity of your group, the message you're trying to pass, and how you're trying to get people to understand what your group actually is all about. So say I name this group, fathers who want to lose weight. Now, for membership, uh, for privacy, you have two options, public and private. Now, if you said public, then anybody can access the group. Uh, but you can also change that to private. And you're going to find that as soon as you change it to private, you have two options. You're going to make it visible or hidden. Now, if it's visible, anyone can find this group. But if it's hidden, only members can find this group. So you get to choose what you want to do when you change that to privacy to private. Now I'm going to leave it now as public, and we're going to create a group. Because when you go forward is when you can change the cover page, the cover photo. That's a lot of options here, but let's just continue so you see what happens. Now on the left here, you're going to see a lot of options. Here you can come here and change, you know, the profile photo or the cover photo. You can use Canva.com. The Canva is really, really good when it comes to building your brand and pictures and posts and photos and all that. So you could create something actually on Canva.com and just slap it on here. But I'm going to go down here from admin tools. And just so you can see all the functionalities and all the settings that you can change. So you can see here where you say, this is pretty much just analytics. You can add or edit criteria. You can change all of that from here. Publish a welcome post, publish custom posts. You can add that here. Manage people, how long you want to suspend people. If you put someone on a suspension status, you want to know how long you want to do it for, suspend person for 1 day. If you can add, whatever triggers that for someone to be suspended, they have to have done something. You can set all that up from here. Manage posts as well, decline incoming posts if you set the rules on the back end. Say someone is posting something that has to do with soliciting, you can set that up that it automatically kicks them out or puts their phone number. Someone's trying to post something that has a phone number, definitely soliciting. You can set that up on the back end too for that for decline that post as well. Remove publish post if, set the triggers on the back end, turn off commenting if, move post to review if. This is when something, it's not exactly necessary to just take it out, but you want to have an opportunity to take a look at it and check if it's good enough to be posted for the group. You can add those triggers on the back end here. Decline incoming comment if, same thing. Stop message from sending if. remove message if. All that stuff can be set up from here. As an admin, this is where you really want to spend some time to take care of everybody and filter through anyone and everyone who's coming into the group, just so you don't have to do a lot of work later on, because you'll find that as soon as you let the bad egg come in, it just ruins everything for you. Badge request, I wouldn't talk much about that. Promote is when you want to promote, start a campaign for the group. That'll be a spend. Pending approvals, this is where you see everyone who's requested to join the group. If you're private, it'll show up under here and you can either approve or reject. Potential spam, this is automatic with the system. It helps you know when there's a possible spam to your group, and then you can deal with that here as well. You can schedule posts and determine what date and time you want that to go live. Activity log shows you what's been happening. Group rules, this is where you set the group rules. You will notice that I'm creating this group from my personal page. You can also set a group from my personal profile, but you could also set the group from a page, and it's going to be something similar to it. It's just if anyone were to go, or if you commented on something, the person could who's reading your comments can, if they click on your name, it'll take you to your page or it'll take them to your profile, depending on what profile you use when you were creating that group. Potential spam, member reported content, moderation alerts, group status, community roles. And then on the settings, this is where it gets really creative. You see, it says name and description. You can edit the name of the group here. You can say fathers who want to lose 100 pounds, and then you put a brief description here. This has to be really catchy because this is what people actually go to read first before they join a group. So here you could say, in this group, we motivate ourselves to work towards losing weight and all that stuff, just make it catchy, make it make it feel real, like a real community, make it real because you don't know how big your community will grow. So you want to be very professional and precise from the beginning as soon as you start the group. And then you can save that. And then new member intro. Create a message here that new members will see when they visit your group for the first time. This is also very specific and something that you really want to touch on. Privacy, you can fix here as well. Hide group location, if you want to be specific and say this is for dads who want to lose 100 pounds in New York, you will set the location. So most times with setting locations, what you will find is the majority of the people who will join would typically want to be around where you have set it up as a location. Or you could leave it open and you could say, you can make it open, maybe say Texas instead of Dallas or Austin or Houston. You can make it, you could give it a broad location. Yeah. And then for privacy, you can change from public to private. Anyone can see who's in this group and what they post for public, and then for private, only members can see who's in the group and what they post. Because to protect the privacy of group members, private groups can't change to public. And you can actually also hide the group, make it visible or hidden. And then for location, you can set up where you want it to be, say, New York. You can be very specific, You can say Texas, and you can be broad and you can be specific. Up to you. And then for customization of the group, this is very important because as you see, this says www.facebook.com at 262212005. So if I was running a webinar, I could never give you this kind of address and say, go look for this page or this group and join the group. I'm going to let you in. It'd be too much. So you can pretty much simplify it. You can say, the group could now be facebook.com/group/, Now, in case the the one you prefer is not available, you can keep trying and say Patrick Oakse wasn't available. I'd say Patrick Oakse one. I'd say Patrick Oakse two or whatever, right? But you get to you know make a web address that you prefer to give to people that's simpler and easy to connect with. You can also change the group color. You could work on badges, group affiliation, and then you can set rules here as well as for participant approval, yes or no, or off or on who can participate in the group. It could be only profiles. You can open it up to the public. There's a lot of things you can do on the settings and manage discussion. You can see anonymous participation on where people don't really get to know who said what. Did you see someone commented? Post approval, you can turn it on or off where you get to approve, or anyone can just post because you trust everybody in the group. Approve edits, someone can, edit, someone can post something and then has the right to go in there and also edit it. You could change it to turn it off where someone, if they post something, only the admin can actually uh, approve an edit. Who can create chats, edit post formats, sort posts, sort comments. You can do a lot of things. You can change, you can allow or disallow, and then you can set it up still to, not post it if the post contains some kind of triggering word that your group members are not supposed to be seeing. Default tab, private replies. And then there's a little bit more extra. Facebook has recently gone through an overhaul, a change, and there's more options here where you can post events, files, GIF out. You can run a live, polls, reels. All these drive engagement within the group. So these are things or options that you really, really, really want to work on and you want to test out because these make a difference. Taking advantage and using these will help you really grow your followership within the group. And then for community chats, chat for popular topics in the community, contributions, let members earn points and badges based on their contributions in the group. So you can see there's a lot of options on the back end that you can do to actually get your followers engaged, to actually drive followership, drive engagement, and then because that's the way this thing works. It works organically where as much as you probably might run a campaign to get people to follow your group or join your group, you also get organic reach in the sense that members of the group begin to reach out to their friends and family and invite them to join the group because they get in value. You get me? So that's something that you really want to take seriously. And then another thing that I wanted to talk about will be group rules. So one common rule is that for me is that you cannot spam my groups. You cannot solicit. A smart one would be a rule for members to share the group, with anyone they know share similar interests. So if you click on group rules on the left here and you click started, you're gonna see they already have preset group rules like be kind and cautious, no hate speech or bullying, no promotions or spam, respect everyone's privacy. You can actually create your own and just make it custom. One thing that I find is most people actually join the group just to get access to me. I could actually just create another rule and say, for you to get direct access to me in one-on-one, you have to join my membership class. You have to be a diamond member, or you have to be, an elite member, whatever. I could put that rule here and just, try to guide people to understand that the group is not to get access to me directly, but actually to participate in what the group is about. So that's very important when it comes to group settings. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was the need to qualify your audience. Typically, top qualifying questions will be, uh, what's your email address? And I normally do this, or you can actually usually ask for this as an offer and basically offer something in return. Because most times when you ask people for personal information, they wouldn't give it to you. So the smart way to do it is I normally offer something in return, like enter your email address as we always send out, free gifts and motivational tips. throw in an incentive there, to get people to actually participate. Another thing I normally ask for is phone numbers, because we want. I'll go in the sense of because we want you to join our text group. Make it seem like you're adding value. That's the only way, or one of the ways that people will actually communicate and give you what you're asking for. This way, they don't put up a guard as usual, but feel comfortable to share with you. So this way, you can send a text out to the group, knowing well that every qualified member of the group will receive it. Say, you have a webinar coming up and you wanted to invite or inform everyone in the group just by the click of a button to the group, everybody in the group gets it. So you know that you can hit everybody and a lot of people at the same time. Uh, Another question that I like to ask is, why do you want to join the group? This gets them talking and giving them, also gives them an opportunity to feel prioritized, like someone actually wants to know why they want to join. Also with the question is, what is your question? I normally have to, so those are the four questions that I normally ask. What is your question? Also, most times you have to give a benefit for people to respond to your questions, to be honest. When you ask a bunch of questions, most times people just type star, 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 or 1, 2, 3, 4, click submit and just move to the next. So what I do is I offer a benefit. And what I've realized is 9 times out of 10, because of that benefit, people actually respond. And because they know you're going to look at the response to give them that benefit, they don't just put crap there. They actually put something that makes sense and a real answer to your question. So take advantage of that tactic. This way, when you ask people or when you ask something, people just don't ignore you or type nonsense in there. They actually give you what you're asking for. Another thing that I like to do is set up auto approval. On the back end, I set the system to auto approve anyone who's requesting to join the group based on some criteria that I have set up on the back ahead of time. This way, you get to save time. You don't have to sit on the computer or on the system trying to approve everybody that tries to join. You pretty much, save time because it takes a lot. It takes a lot of time in trying to wait and be the one that literally goes into approve every request. So you can set up automatic approval based on what their responses are to the questions you preset. And once they reach a certain preferred criteria, so you can set a condition and say, in order for you to be accepted to this group, you have to answer these questions. And because of that, and people want to join the group, then they answer the questions. This way, you don't have to spend too much time attending to the group and approving joining requests as well. Another thing that I'd like to talk about would be keyword detection. This way I set up the system so when the system notices that someone put in something that triggers it just based off of what the criteria I have built on the back, it pulls it to the side. It doesn't allow them to post. It doesn't go live. And then when I go in probably maybe once a week or when my team members go in every other day just to see, they can tell who did it, who was trying to spam or solicit, and they can, burn the person or just, give them a warning. You will find that lots of people actually want to scam the group or solicit for their own businesses. So you can set the system to detect certain words that will trigger the system. Something like at. You can tell if you see if the system sees an ad, it means someone's trying to put their email address. If the system sees 10 numbers together, figures, you can tell the person's trying to post something that has to do with their phone number, their contact number. So things like that, the system will pull them out and then just put them to the side. And then when you go in and you're checking on the reports and analytics, you can actually figure out who did it, and then you decide on what you want to do. Allow it go through because sometimes, not every time, it picks the wrong thing. Sometimes it picks what's not supposed to be picked just because it's a computer, of course. So you can actually fix, approve to post, bond the person, and pretty much just give them a warning or whatever you decide to do. Now that you have finished setting up your group and qualifying your audience, the next thing to do is to begin to plan, create, and deliver your content of value. Now, here are ways to deliver content. Number one, article post. This remains one of the easiest way to deliver content as the creator does not have to show their face and you can do this comfortably from behind the scenes. It is just like creating a post on Facebook and can be automated with AI. Number two, video posts. These are more engaging and helps the creator pour out whatever is in their mind. I like this style because it helps me put myself out there and gives me the opportunity to really teach from the depth of me and be able to really explain and describe things the way that I like. Number three, Facebook live sessions. I cannot overemphasize the importance of having live sessions, as this really boosts your engagement and quickly positions you as a subject matter expert. You go live with the group, but don't forget to add your rules that members are not allowed to solicit in the group. That members are not allowed to go live with the group. Number four, UGC, another name for user-generated content. This could be called a giant mastermind, where group members are making posts and sharing immense value via posts and general content, so much so that people even begin to share posts that they connect with other groups. Active members, begin to collect badges such as Rising Star badge, Moderator badge, Commentator badge, and thus helping you identify your raging fans. This strategy, in my own opinion, is the best and one that also exponentially grows your followers when you spend on ads on it. Number five, guest posts. I recently had a live session with my mentor, and I basically brought him into my group, made him a moderator, and he then went live and gave my group members more nuggets. This is why I love the strategy, as you don't have to be the only one giving content. You can bring guest speakers to give content, and this makes it even more fun and not boring, not monotonous. Imagine having a group of 100 members where people pay $50 per month to be a member, and you make $60,000 a year. You can even offer a guest speaker maybe $10,000 to come on your live and give content. You make it fun and interesting. Guest posts are your big hooks, especially from large profile social media owners and influencers. Listen, the whole idea here is to create a tribe, a community of like-minded individuals who share in your dreams and foresight and will help you make recurring income even while sleeping. This could easily be seen as a movement. Now let's talk about monetization strategies for your Facebook group. Transitioning from a free to a paid group can be done in various ways, but we'll focus on about three key methods. Number one, creating a paid group alongside a free one. You can maintain a free group while launching a premium exclusive version. For instance, you might name it, say, Social Media Dominators Mastermind or Social Media Dominators in capital letters paid group. The advantage of this strategy is that your free group acts as a lead magnet. You can post announcements there, enticing members to join the paid group by offering exclusive perks. For example, hey folks, I'll be hosting a live session with, just for example, Richard Branson in the paid group. If you want to hear directly from a billionaire and ask direct questions, make sure to join that group. You can only imagine how many people will run down and click to join that group just because they feel like they can get value from a billionaire. Number two, sponsored ads or sponsored content. This is one of the most profitable approaches. Some influencers charge up to $100,000. I've seen that before for a single sponsored post inside their private groups. You can offer paid opportunities for businesses or individuals to share written posts, video content, or even host live sessions. If you don't take this opportunity, someone else will. So why not do it the right way and monetize your community ethically? Number three, selling the group. If you build a highly engaged community, you can flip the group for profit by selling it to someone interested in your niche. Large engaged groups are valuable assets. Number four, promoting your products and services. Your Facebook group can be a sales funnel for your courses, products, or services. Offering exclusive deals or discounts to group members makes it even more enticing. Number five, content filter close strategy. This particular strategy involves providing valuable content that pretty much attracts potential clients, filtering members to identify those who align with your values and your interests, and then closing deals by converting engaged members into paying clients. Number 6, optimizing group engagement for monetization. You can create polls, ask members that what they'd like to learn, provide a few options and let them vote. Now you can go on the highest voted option and create content on that. Once they choose, create content around their preferences. This guarantees engagement and ensures that your content remains impactful instead of just winging it. Update profile and cover photo. Get paid sponsors to feature their brand on your profile cover or as a pinned content that goes on the top of your page. That guarantees that a lot of your members will constantly see it, and for that person's content to be seen, they get to pay you for it. That's a paid sponsorship. Now, let's talk about how to grow your Facebook group. Number 1, you can offer exclusive content. Provide irresistible content that only members can access. Imagine announcing a live session with, say, who's a popular person? Say Rick Ross. Do you think people will rush to join? Absolutely. Number 2, host competitions. Running contests is an excellent way to attract new members and, of course, increase engagement. Number 3, launch engaging challenges. For example, I would normally just, during my webinars, I'd say, take a screenshot of me and I just smile, do something like that. And I say, post it on your story, post it on your page and tag me. And during the session of the webinar, I'm going to pick one person and post them on my page. Or once I hit 100 tags, I'll give free access to one of my high ticket courses. Whew. And you're going to see a lot of people going and just boom, 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 take a picture, tag me. And then I really give one high ticket course to whoever I pick and choose randomly. Guess what happens? That now exposes me to other people, all of their followers, and gives me even more reach. Number 4, leverage all social media platforms. Drive traffic from Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, Snapchat to funnel people into your Facebook group. Number 5, run paid ads. Using high converting Facebook and Instagram ads will rapidly scale your group's membership. Number 6, start a podcast. This solidifies your reputation and directs listeners to your group, establishing you as a thought leader in your niche. I love podcasts. That's one thing that I do all day, every day. Every time I travel around the world, I'm looking for local individuals who have podcasts so I can sit and chop it up on an engaging topic with them. It just places you and positions you as an SME. I really just love it because it has a really impactful reach. Number 7, offer group exclusive freebies. Provide valuable giveaways exclusively inside the group because this encourages more people to join. Here are my final thoughts. This is the blueprint for building a profitable and successful Facebook group. Remember, success loves speed, so please take action now. Take action right away. Success happens when opportunity meets action. And until we connect again in the next course, I'm sending you love and success. I'll see you soon.